Hello and welcome to Pillars of Wealth Creation, where we talk about creating financial success with a special focus on business and real estate. I'm your host, Todd Dexheimer. Now, let's get to it. So we talked yesterday a little bit about asset management, and Andrew McGregor brought us that question about asset managers. And today I just wanted to cover, what do asset managers actually do? And how do they differ from project managers, from construction managers, from property managers, and just from the maybe even the owner of the asset? And I think that's all really important. So what do asset managers actually do? They are going to be basically making sure the property management company is doing their job, making sure the construction is happening at the project, making sure the vision is being followed. So I'll take you through a couple things. I mean, asset management, as an asset manager, we're wanting to make sure our property manager is following our business plan and our vision. We're going to do weekly meetings with them, and maybe even more. So we're going to do a weekly phone call, make sure everything's going well. We're going to talk about the collections, talk about the expenses, try to problem solve with the on-site, with our regional staff, with the property management company, try to problem solve to actually be able to make sure our property is performing well. We want to make sure the attitude, we want to make sure the feeling at the property is right. So we're putting things into place for that. We're putting systems into place. What are the checks and balances for that property management company? And that's really important. And there's a difference between doing the property manager's job and being the check and balances, right? You want to allow them to still do their job. You want to lead them to be able to do their job, but you also want to make sure they are doing their job. You also want to help them along their way. We want to do things like do rent surveys, okay? Or at least hire somebody to do rent surveys. We want to secret shop our own property, or again, hire somebody to secret shop our own property, and we want to secret shop the neighboring properties. So we're doing things like that as an asset manager. We are collecting all the data, right? We're paying attention to the market, what's happening in the neighborhoods, what jobs are coming in, what new construction's happening, all that kind of stuff. Now, an asset manager also might be, in many cases, the project manager or the construction manager. So depending on how your company's set up, depending on how big your company is, and depending on how many properties you have, might be the same thing. And again, that might be you as well if you're the main GP. So you might be wearing all these hats, or you may be hiring other people to do that. So the project manager or construction manager is obviously dealing with the contractors, dealing with the property manager, making sure they're dealing with the contractors properly. So you're going to be communicating with them, making sure materials are right, making sure our business plan in that sense is being followed as well. And I think the asset manager, if they're two different people, asset manager and construction manager, the asset manager also needs to be managing the construction manager as well, making sure that they are following protocol. They're actually doing their job as well. You have to decide, do you want to hire an asset manager or do you want to do it yourself? And I think that's really critical question to be asking yourself. What step of the business are you in? And do you think it's wise, first of all, to get rid of that for yourself? Are you the most qualified? Or do you think it's wise to hire that out? Now, most syndications, we have an asset management fee. And so you're going to have anywhere between $20,000 to $75,000 fee that you're charging for asset management. And so after we accumulate a few properties and get that, $75,000 to $100,000, we can start looking at hiring an asset manager out. So you're probably going to take you 2, maybe 3 properties, maybe 4 properties, maybe more, depending on how big of properties you're buying. But eventually you want to hire that out, and you want to find the most qualified person that can manage, that can lead. You're finding a leader, somebody that can make sure all the pieces are being put together and really guide everybody, guide the property management company, guide the construction managers, and make sure it all fits together. The puzzle pieces fit together. We were on a call today, and we've got a property. We're looking at our performance of the property. We always review and see where our performance is on properties. We want to see what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. We're on a call with our asset manager on that, and it's important that they have a lot of data. And even as a general partner now, I'm relying on them to give me the right data. I'm relying on them to communicate what the difference is with the property management company. What are the faults, how can we improve it, what they can do to better improve the property and continue the performance. So really important job that the asset manager has. It's different from a property manager, it's different from a construction manager. Again, those all might be kind of brought together, but those are really different roles. They're really managing the manager, managing the management company, and making sure the puzzle pieces are fitting into place. If you got any questions, if you want me to cover any topics, let me know. Type it in the notes below. Let me know what you want me to cover. And I'm coming at you live every day.